You got tree stumps on your property that take hours of back-breaking work to remove? Well, we have a solution for you. The MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder takes hours of back-breaking work and turns it into minutes of fun. Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi, Tony.
And we're here on our 46-acre ranch in East Texas. And today we're going to show you our MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder. All right, if you're new to our channel and you haven't seen the receipt and unboxing and assembly of the MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder, we'll put a link in the description below and you can go back and check that out. One thing that's really cool about this MechMaxx Stump Grinder is they did include all the tools you need to work on this stump grinder. Before we go to work, and we've already done this, but we went through and we tested all the bolts, and you want to make sure everything's tight, and that's done with this included wrench. And these all fit in this nifty little tool storage that comes with the MechMaxx, so all the tools you need for it should be right there with you as you're working, if you should need them. Now, before we get going, there's a couple of things that we need to do. Pull these pins, and what these do is they allow this to rotate in case you get going too fast, that you won't bind it up or damage your tractor. So I'm going to put these away in the toolbox on the tractor here. The next thing we want to do is raise these legs right here, and these were for storage or when you have it parked that they'll hold it up. I'm not holding my mouth right. There we go. Still not holding my mouth right. What am I doing wrong? There we go. Nothing like letting a little pin kick your butt first thing in the morning. We're going to do this on both sides. Ah, got that one. All right, the other thing that I did was I made sure that these links on my lower arms are tight. We want to reduce the side-to-side motion in the stump grinder when you're grinding. So I made sure that those were tight. You also want to make sure everything's greased before you get started. So there's a grease point on the front of your drive shaft. There's one on the U-joint on the back of your drive shaft up in here. There's also a grease point on both sides where it pivots. There's one right here, and then there's two more grease points, total of 6. You've got one on the bearing right here on the bottom, it's easy to get to, and you've got another one on the inside on the bearing on the bottom, so that's easy. We have done about 25 to 30 stumps with this stump grinder. We are going to show you on what we're going to call the 3 little bears, because you got the big one, the medium one, and the smaller one. So the 3 bears, we're going to show you how quick and easy it is to grind these stumps out and remove them from your landscape. One thing that I want to point out is that the tractor RPM has to be fairly fast. So we're running the PTO at about 540 RPM, and that's 2,500 plus on the tractor engine RPM. You also want to make sure that you're only going down about 2 inches at a time, and you're going to work across the stump from back to front. The only side of the blade on the MechMaxx that cuts is the side closest to the tractor, so you're going to be pulling across that stump. One thing you want to do while you're doing that is you want to listen to your tractor's engine and make sure that you're not bogging the engine down. If you're bogging the engine down, you're either one, going too fast, or you took too deep of a bite, and you need to either pick up the stump grinder or you need to slow down. And I also mentioned earlier that if you go too fast, the way the MechMaxx SG24 is designed is it'll start to pivot backwards. So if you start to pivot it back, then you know you're going too fast also. But hey,
also moving right to left, right?
Yes, you're also going to start, if you're in the tractor seat, you're going to start on your right side of the stump and you're going to move to the left. And that's how the teeth are set up. That's what's the word?
The flow.
That's the
design, the mechanism.
That's the way that it's designed to cut, is from the right side of the stump to the left-hand side, just because of the way the orientation is of the teeth.
Rock on. So let's see how you do with these 3 stumps.
All right, let's do it. Now for reference, we are using the MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder on a John Deere 3025E tractor, which is a 25 horsepower tractor, but 17.5 horsepower at the PTO. This stump grinder is designed for a tractor from 15 to 40 horsepower.
All right, looks pretty good. You can see all of these chips. So he's digging into the wood good.
You can see, I mean, I wasn't timing that, but that only took a couple of minutes. And then just put the shavings back over the hole, or you can use the tractor bucket to do that. But this thing is awesome. There, like I said, this was the biggest one. We got the middle one there of the 3 bears.
The
and
mama
then
bear and the baby
one.
bear.
On this part right here, you can see that I took a bigger bite than just 2 inches deep. And you can see the stump grinder wasn't liking it. But once I picked up a little bit, everything smoothed out and it operated just as it should. These stumps that we're grinding right now are pine, which is a softer wood. We have used this stump grinder to do some oak stumps, and the stump grinder has performed just fine on those harder wood stumps. All right, y'all, as I was using my MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder, it occurred to me that this stump grinder is a lot like life. It is relentless at breaking down what seems immovable. Like a grinder, persistence, focus, and steady action can wear down even the toughest of barriers. What once seemed insurmountable, like a stump, becomes smaller bit by bit until it's nothing more than a pile of mulch. Life, like the grinder, teaches us that with patience and determination, that even the most challenging obstacles can be transformed into fuel for new beginnings. Now let's get back to work.
Baby is no more.
So there you have it. It makes pretty quick work of these stumps, and it's very gratifying to take out a stump, especially this quick. It helps with building our trails, building the food plots like we have right here, and just in clearing general purpose work areas, cabin clearings, shop clearings, or just anywhere that you need access or open up trees, or if it's just dead trees in the way that you want to beautify and clear out as trip hazards or whatever. This thing is awesome. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on this MechMaxx SG24 Stump Grinder. This thing is awesome. It has eaten through 25, 30 plus stumps, hasn't talked back, hasn't given me any issues, hasn't needed any discipline. Anything like that. This thing is awesome. It is well built. It works as it's designed. It works as it's advertised, and couldn't be happier. If you guys are interested in one of these stump grinders, there is a link below in the description. Please click on that and it'll take you to MechMaxx, where you can look at their products. They make stump grinders. They also make wood chippers and various other equipment. check them out. I am very happy with this equipment, how it was delivered, the assembly, and especially the operation. And it's actually fun to use. Like, I find myself looking for more stumps because it's just fun to use. It's actually quite fulfilling and rewarding to watch the stump turn into nothing but a pile of mulch and fine dirt. So if you like this content or you found this helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, go have an adventure of your own. Take care.